Hey everyone, happy Saturday. The rest of the family is watching the Tennessee football game, so I thought that now would be a good time to just do like a little Saturday drop-in with you guys and talk about the new Valentino, the Donna Born in Roma Ivory that I was able to get my hands on. I had no idea, I had no clue that it would be such a hot commodity. I had no idea that people would like sell this thing out in no time. Like I just was excited about it. I had been looking forward to it, and so I had my notifications on for Sephora for when it was released, and so when I got notified that it was up on the site, I just added to cart, checked out, was excited to get it, and then I noticed a few hours later that it was already out of stock. So I had no idea that it would sell so quickly and that people would be so eager to try it. But I was able to get my hands on one, and I was able to also smell it in store at the Sephora Kohl's. So, I don't know, I just don't feel like people ever go to the Sephora at Kohl's, so it's a much more enjoyable experience if you're trying fragrances. So I was able to smell it there whenever I was waiting on my bottle to come in. So I have had this since Wednesday. I've been wearing it since Wednesday, trying to get a feel for it, and I just wanted to give you guys my quick thoughts on it. I guess the quick of it would be that I do think it's really pretty. I really like it, but it kind of sort of reminds me of other fragrances I already have. Like I love Prada Paradox, and this one sort of reminds me of the original Donna Born in Roma combined with Prada Paradox, because it's like it's a warm floral in the deep dry down. And I think that I would just always pull for Prada Paradox over this one, but if I didn't have Paradox, I would be super excited about having this one in my collection. But it's just not a favorite of mine because I have so many other fragrances that I enjoy. So I've already opened this bottle, I've already enjoyed using it the last few days, so what I'm doing right now is, I feel bad returning it because I don't hate it. It's not a hate by any means. I really enjoy it. So I'm gonna hold on to it, but I am decanting it at cost on Mercari, so I think I'm like profiting like 50 cents off of my decants, but that way I can just like use up this bottle, move the fragrance a little bit, share the fragrance with some people, and I just don't have this huge 100 ml bottle sitting in my cabinet not being used, So if you were just wanting to have like a little per spray of it or just a little bit of the fragrance, I'm happy to share it with my fragrance friends. So let's talk about the actual perfume. The notes are mandarin orange, I believe, at the top, orange blossom, marshmallow, vanilla. I get all of that. I get all of that in the fragrance. I get the bright burst of mandarin at the top, which I think is what is giving me like the Prada Paradox opening a little bit from it. Actually, what I was reminded of was Valentino's Voce Viva when I first sprayed it. I was surprised at how fresh and musky it was when I first sprayed it, and how like the first hour of the perfume is really fresh and musky on my skin. Definitely a fresh white floral, but it's airy. So I think people who are excited about the marshmallow, it's not like this ooey gooey marshmallow. There's like an airiness from the marshmallow, and deep in the dry down I get like a warm toastiness that I think has to be from the vanilla and the marshmallow. But it's not a gourmand. I wouldn't even consider it a floral gourmand. I would say that it starts as a fresh floral and it dries down to a really warm floral. And Prada Paradox kind of does the same thing. It starts out really fresh and bright and then dries down really warm and resinous. This has like, I would swear that there is like a pink pepper touch to it that the original has. There's definitely something from the original Donna Born and Roma DNA that runs through the ivory flanker, which I like about it. Like, I could see it, I understand it being a flanker of Donna Born and Roma, but if this had been released as a flanker for the Prada Paradox line, I wouldn't have been surprised at all either. I think that it fits in kind of with both of those pillar fragrances. But you know, I think that it is a really pretty perfume, but it's just not, it's not groundbreaking. Like, I don't think anybody needs to break the internet over this fragrance. If you missed out on getting it, I don't think you're really missing out on much, even though I really enjoy it. So, you know, it's pretty. I think that it's a great release. I think that it's a very perfumey perfume. You know, it doesn't smell like flowers. It doesn't smell like a gourmand. Like, it's a classic, like, perfumey smell that I really like. And that's what I like about Prada Paradox and those type of fragrances. It's just this like really pretty perfumey smell, and you know, some days I'm in the mood for that. I think this would be really pretty on a bride. It's classy, it's elegant. I think it's great for any age group. The girls at Sephora Kohl's, the sales associates, they were in the process of making the tester of this. Like, they were gluing the thing, you know, you pull it out of the thing so people don't steal it. They were gluing that on the bottom of it, and they were spraying it. And I was there with them, and they were trying all the other new releases that were out too. We were spraying all of them, and they loved this perfume. And they're like college age girls. They have to be like 20 probably, and they think it smells amazing. So I was interested in their opinion, because I've heard some people say that this is more of like a mature white floral, which I can understand people saying that, but I also think that, you know, teenage girls are gonna think that this smells amazing. So I don't think that it fits into any sort of category as far as like age range goes. I think that a lot of people across all age groups are going to enjoy this fragrance. But again, like I said, if you missed out on it, I don't think you're really missing out on a lot. Here is a close-up of the bottle. It is not white, it's just that my lens is all blown out right now. It is definitely an ivory color. I think it's sort of like the ivory of my dress. It's a really pretty bottle. I really, really like the bottle. I wasn't sure about this cap making it look kind of cheap. I don't think it does. I really like the bottle a lot. And I'll give it a little spray too so you guys can see. It has a good atomizer. Yeah, I definitely get the original Donna Born and Roma DNA with it. So if that one was a little too much for you, like it was maybe a little too spicy, there's like a kick to that one. This has a similar kick, but it's toned down, and it's a warmer fragrance. So I think it's pretty. I really like the release, but you know, eventually I'll probably end up selling the partial bottle. I'll probably make myself like a 10 ml decant, and then I'll probably keep decanting it or sell the bottle. Like I said, I just have so many other fragrances I really truly love, and you know, if I didn't have something like this, I would love it, but I have stuff like it, you know? So it's just not like a standout in my collection, though I do enjoy it. I've enjoyed wearing it since Wednesday, today's Saturday. Longevity and projection. I would say like the first hour, it like I sprayed that one spray in my bedroom. I'm gonna smell that for the next hour as I come in and out of my bedroom. And when I spray it on myself, I can like really smell it strongly the first hour. People around me can smell it the first hour. Then it becomes more intimate, and I really only get like 3 to 4 hours projection out of it. Longevity is great though. Like I get a whole day's wear out of it for longevity, but as far as projection, it's probably like 3 to 4 hours. So it would be one that I would want to respray if I wanted to get an all-day wear out of it, or I would just move on to a different fragrance for, you know, the second half of the day or something. All in all, I think it's a good perfume. I don't really understand like any of the hate around it, other than I think people had really high expectations because it was a limited release. And you know, that marshmallow note I think kind of tripped people up a little bit. They were hoping for like this super sweet gooey marshmallow, and this just is not it. If anything, it just adds to the texture of the fragrance. It makes it airy, but when I think of marshmallow fragrances, this one is not going to like pop into my head and I think, oh, Donna Born and Roma Ivory. I'm not going to think of it as a marshmallow fragrance. Though deep in the dry down, like I said, I do get this like warm toastiness to it. So a little bit of a smokiness. That marshmallow does that on my skin sometimes. It'll go a little bit smoky. I get that a little bit deep in the dry down, but overall starts out as a fresh white floral, dries down to a very warm floral. But anyway, I give it thumbs up. I enjoy it. Whoever's tried this one, what do you all think? If you haven't tried it, are you trying to get your hands on it? Was it chaos at your Sephora trying to get to the tester? Did the tester even have any left in it? If not, go to a Sephora at Kohl's. I think that just in general, the Sephoras are a much more enjoyable experience because it's just more low-key. Those are just more low-key Sephoras. And perhaps you'll be able to give it a sniff there. And I also think, last I checked, Kohl's had these online too for purchase. So sold out on Sephora's website, but Kohl's at least had them. So yeah, that's all I have. That's my Saturday drop-in. Oh, let me show you guys my desk. I had been looking for like a desk that I could put in a corner of our bedroom so that I could just like leave my painting stuff out, because I just wasn't painting anymore because it was too much of a hassle to get my watercolor stuff out and then have to like put it all away before the baby would get into it and stuff. So I found this. I was looking for a secretary desk and I found the secretary desk, and somebody had already, let me flip this so I can see what I'm doing. We had the glider there, and the glider had like wrecked our wall, so we need to fix that. But somebody had already refurbished this secretary desk, and I think it's so pretty. I love it. So I'm able to just like leave my watercolors out. I did that painting a couple of days ago. This tripod's making things awkward. So yeah, I'm enjoying that a lot. I love it. I love it. This is my little corner where I'm hanging out right now so that you guys don't hear all the shouting and yelling from the football game. So that is all. Let me know what you guys think about our Miss Donna Born and Roma Ivory. Do you give her a thumbs up? You think she's a disappointment? You like her? All the things. I hope you guys are having a great holiday weekend, and I'll see you next time.